Sofia, a young photographer with dreams bigger than her tiny city apartment, stumbled upon a vintage film camera in a dusty downtown pawn shop. It felt like destiny. The weight of it in her hands was solid, real, a promise of tangible art in a digital world. She spent the entire weekend capturing the soul of the city, from the rain-slicked neon streets to the lonely figures on late-night trains. The click of the shutter was a satisfying punctuation to each captured moment. With a heart full of anticipation, she developed the first roll of film in her makeshift darkroom. As the first image slowly materialized in the chemical bath, her breath caught in her throat. There, on the glossy paper, was a photo she didn't remember taking. It was a shot of a crowded 1970s street fair, and in the middle of the laughing crowd, clear as day, was her. Sofia, wearing clothes she'd never owned, her hair in a style she'd never tried, smiling at someone just out of frame. Panic began to bubble in her chest. She frantically developed the rest of the roll. Image after image revealed the same impossible truth. Sofia at a 1980s rock concert. Sofia on a pier in the 1990s, looking wistfully out at the sea. Sofia in places she'd never been, and times before she was even born. The camera wasn't just capturing moments. It was rewriting them, inserting her into a past that wasn't hers. Who was she if her memories could be so easily faked? She felt a chilling disconnect from her own reflection. Was that really her, or just another face the camera had stolen? Driven by a mix of terror and a desperate need for answers, she loaded another roll of film. This time, she didn't leave her apartment. She set the camera on a tripod, aimed it at a blank wall, and pressed the shutter once. Just once. Back in the eerie red light of the darkroom, she watched the final, horrifying image emerge. It was a single photograph, but it felt like a scream. The picture showed her, Sofia, standing in a dark, decrepit room. The walls were lined with shelves, and on those shelves were countless photographs. In every single one, the faces were blurred, smeared into indistinct smudges of movement, as if they were trying to look away. But this time, she wasn't alone in the photo. Standing right behind her, a hand hovering just above her shoulder, was a tall, shadowy figure with no discernible features. A void in human form. The next day, a strange compulsion led her across town to a derelict industrial zone she'd never explored. There she found it. An abandoned photography studio, its sign long faded, its windows boarded up. The door was unlocked. The air inside was thick with the smell of decay and developing chemicals. And as her eyes adjusted to the gloom, she saw it. The very same room from the photograph. The shelves, the peeling wallpaper, everything was identical, but it wasn't empty. Lining the shelves were the photographs, just like in her picture, and standing in the corner, shrouded in shadow, was the tall, featureless figure. It turned its head slowly, a non-face fixing on her. It raised a hand, not to a camera, but to its own blank face, and then pointed a long, thin finger directly at Sofia. A faint, distorted whisper echoed in the silent room, sounding like a scratched record. "You're next in the collection." The door slammed shut behind her, plunging the room into absolute darkness. The last thing she heard was the click of a shutter. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next descent into the shadows. We'll see you next time.